Today we are going to discuss politics chapter 3, how the state government works. Children, last year we have already discussed about the 3 levels of government in India, and in the previous year you have already learnt about the local self-government. There are 3 levels of government. Do you remember? The central government, the state government and the local self-government. And this year we are going to learn about the government at the state level. Okay, how the state government works. Okay children, now let us see what are the important concepts that we are going to discuss today. First one, MLA, then constituency, majority, ruling party, then opposition, legislative assembly, legislature, executive, governor and coalition government. Okay, now let us study one by one. So now we can begin the chapter with a story, whose responsibility. Okay children, this story is given in your textbook, page number 30. Okay, now the story, let us see the story. What is happening? It's a story about Pattalpuram district. Okay, now whose responsibility? Children, there are 2 children, girls, they are reading newspaper and they find, children, do you read newspapers? Okay, now these children, they find a news about their state. They are saying that, hey look, our state is having severe shortage of water. Okay, the state has severe shortage of water, and again these children, they are saying that in their village, see, in many villages in the state, there are people drinking unclean water, and people are drinking unclean water, and due to that many people are dying, especially the children, due to diarrhea. Okay, diarrhea is caused due to the polluted water. So this is the news report. Okay, newspaper report, and they found that many people are, including children, many are dying. And in the afternoon, while they are coming back to home, okay, they were talking, and in the conversation one of the girl is saying that her mother had insisted her not to drink ice cool water from outside. Okay, now they were stopped. While they were going, they were stopped by a police. Here you can see the policeman stopping them, and they asked what happened. What is then the police saying that the road is blocked. The road is blocked, and the MLA's house is garrowed. Okay, you know what is garrow means? Garrowed means is not letting the MLA to move out of the house. Okay, some people had garrowed MLA's house and they are protesting there. See, this person, they are protesting there, and they are saying that this person might be the opposition member. Okay, opposition member. So here you can say MLA. Say MLA. Now you are going to learn who is an MLA, and this opposition party member, he is saying that it is the responsibility of the MLA to solve the problems, issues related to the Pattalpuram district. Okay, there is severe shortage of water, and health facilities are also not essential, are not enough. Okay, so health facilities which are essential in such a condition is not provided much. So they are protesting the MLA house. So who is an opposition? Now let us study who is an MLA and who is opposition party. Okay, so this is the storyboard that is given in your textbook, page number 30 and 31. Right, children? Am I clear, children? Now let us study one by one. Children, as we all know that India is a huge country, right? Our country is a huge country. It is divided into 28 states. Okay, children? Then it is divided into 28 states for the smooth functioning of the government. The entire country is a huge state. So the central government is for the entire country. The central government or the parliament looks after the entire country. And it is very difficult for the central government or the parliament to look after the welfare of the whole nation. So it is divided into different states, and each state has, you can take Kerala, Tamil Nadu, there are 28 states, and this is Himachal Pradesh. Okay, we are going to study about Himachal Pradesh. Okay, now each state has its own government, state government, and the state government is called the Legislative Assembly. What is the state government called? The Legislative Assembly. Okay, so in each state there is Legislative Assembly. Okay, children? Now children, the state is, again, each state is divided into smaller areas that are called constituency. What are called constituencies? The smaller areas of a state. Okay, and the state is divided into smaller areas. They are called constituency. For example, Himachal Pradesh. This is Himachal Pradesh. Okay, and Himachal Pradesh. Himachal Pradesh is divided into 68 constituencies. How many constituencies? There are 68 constituencies in Himachal Pradesh. Okay, children? And in each state legislative assembly, there are separate elections. Okay, for the parliament to form the government in the center, we have parliament elections. Likewise, in each state there are separate governments for forming the legislative assembly. So we call the legislative assembly elections. So in the legislative assembly elections, in each state, the state is divided into constituencies, and from each constituency a candidate stand for election. Okay, candidates stand for election from each constituency of any state, and all the adults people who lives in the constituency, okay, all adults people who have the right to vote, they choose their own representative. They select one representative from one constituency. Okay, children? And we in the assembly elections, and we already know that India has many parties. India is following multi-party system. So there are many parties, political parties in India, and people stand in election in the name of different political parties. So the candidates gets more vote, okay, will be declared as elected. So the people cast their vote in the legislative assembly elections, and they elect one representative from the constitution of their own choice. Okay, and the candidates who gets more votes becomes MLA. So who is an MLA? MLA is a member of legislative assembly. MLA is a member of legislative assembly. He represents a constituency, right? Okay. MLA is the representative of a constituency. Who elects MLAs? The people, the adult people who lives in that particular constituency elects or choose the MLA by casting their vote in legislative assembly elections. Am I clear, children? Yes. Now, so the party, there are many parties. Okay, so the party that get more MLAs in the state, okay, the party that get more constituencies, it becomes the majority party. So there are many parties like Congress, BJP and Communist Party and so many, Aam Aadmi, there are so many parties. So the party which gets more seats, constituency seats, more MLAs, becomes the majority party in the election. Okay. Now, let us take the example of Himachal Pradesh elections. Okay. The election results, assembly election results of Himachal Pradesh in 2017. It is conducted in 2017 and you can see the political parties. BJP, INC, BJP is Bharatiya Janata Party, INC, Indian National Congress, CPI, Communist Party of India and Independent. Independent means they are not belonging to any party, okay, without any party's label they stand independently. So BJP got 44 seats, 44 seats. So you can see the color, orange color. So majority party is covering with orange color, that is BJP, okay, BJP. Then BJP got 44 seats and then Indian National Congress got 21 seats and CPI 1 seat, then Independent got 2 seats and there are total 68 constituencies. The Himachal Pradesh has total 68 constituencies. How many constituencies? Constituencies 68. So the state Himachal Pradesh is divided into 68 constituencies. Out of that BJP got 44 seats and INC got 21 seats, then CPI got 1, Independent got 2 seats. So naturally who will become the majority party? Can you say? Yes, it is the BJP because BJP got more seats in the election. Okay. So BJP here forms the government, right? BJP has majority. So this party becomes the ruling party. So we can say this is the majority party. Majority party, right? Then the second majority is INC. INC has the second majority party, okay, and the second and all others 1 and 2 CPI, Independent, all these three, okay, all these three becomes the opposition, okay, all these three becomes the opposition party. Understood, children? Yes. Now let us see the political party that has the majority will become the ruling party. So what is ruling party, children? The political party that has the majority is called the ruling party. Now opposition, all other members, all other MLAs belonging to different political parties as well as independents, they all together called opposition party. Am I clear? Yes. Now how do MLAs becomes chief minister and ministers? Now you understood who is an MLA, right? Who is an MLA? MLA is member of legislative assembly. And who elects MLA? The people, all the adults who lives in the constituency, right? And they elect one representative as MLA, and MLA belongs to any political party. There are many political parties, so MLA can be from any political parties, and when the candidate who gets the more number of votes in the election is declared as the winner, and he is known as the MLA, and he becomes the MLA. Right? The people stand in the legislative assembly in the name of different parties. People can, any citizen of India can contest election, okay, and they can stand in the legislative assembly elections from a constituency, and they represents the constituency, right? So MLA is the representative of the constituency, and it is the people of the constituency who elects an MLA. Okay, now how do MLAs become chief minister? And we have seen that some MLAs belong to the ruling party MLAs, and some MLAs belong to the opposition party MLAs. Isn't it, children? Yes. Now, who becomes chief minister and the ministers? Children, leader of the ruling party MLA becomes the leader of the ruling party becomes the CM. Okay, CM means what? Chief minister. Chief minister. Right. And you might be knowing the Kerala chief minister, right? Yes. Then some ruling party MLAs, the CM, the chief minister, selects some ruling party MLAs as ministers, right? Not all the ruling party MLAs, okay. We have seen there are 44 MLAs in Himachal Pradesh election, right? All the 44 MLAs cannot become ministers. So, some efficient MLAs becomes ministers, that is selected by the chief minister. So, first the leader of the ruling party becomes the chief minister, then the chief minister selects some of the MLAs as ministers. Am I clear? Yes. Now, the governor appoints the chief minister and the minister. After the election, so the governor appoints the chief minister and other ministers. Then who is the governor? Governor is the head of the state. Governor is the head of the state, as we have president in the head of the nation. As we have president as the head of the nation, we have governor as the head of the state. Okay, children, and governor appoints the chief minister and other ministers. You can see chief minister, the council of ministers, he selects other ministers. This is called chief minister and council of ministers, okay. And there are different ministers, and these different ministers are given different departments, okay. They are the head of different departments, okay, children. And this together, the chief minister and council of ministers together called the executive body of the state government, okay. The executive body of the state government. So, governor is appointed by the, so who appoints the governor? Governor is appointed by the central government. Central government appoints the governor to each state, and the governor ensures that the state government works according to the guidelines, rules of the constitutions, okay. The Indian constitution, governor makes sure that whether the state government is functioning according to the rules and regulations of Indian constitution, okay. Now, coalition government. What do you mean by coalition government? Children, suppose no party is getting majority. In such a situation, how can a government form? Okay. So, in such a situation, if there is no majority party, no party is getting majority, in that condition, ruling party may not be a single party. They can join together more parties, two or more parties, a group of parties working together, join together to form a government. That type of government is called what? Coalition government. So, coalition government, when there is no majority for any political party, political parties can join together, say, or they can join together and form what? The government. Okay, that type of government is called coalition government. Now, council of ministers, we have seen that ministers are selected by the chief minister, and the ministers are given separate departments. Okay, ministers have departments, they are the head of each department, and they have separate offices to function. Okay, and they work, the government works through, the ministers work through these departments. Okay, now for example, educational department, then public work department, agriculture department, then health department, and so on. There are different departments. And see, education department builds school buildings, they build school buildings and they provide infrastructure, then teachers, etc., and so on, right. Then they also decide curriculum of the state. Then public work departments, they build roads, bridges and government buildings, right. Then they supply drinking water, electricity, and so on. Then agriculture department, they provide farmers seeds, good fertilizers, then they also provide grants, loans, subsidies, etc., to farmers. Then next you can see the education department, they provide good infrastructure for the students and building teachers. Then you can see the agriculture department, they provide farmers with good seeds and fertilizers. Okay, then you can see the flyover, they build PWD or public work departments, they build offices, government offices and roads, highways, and so on. Okay. Next, legislative assembly. What do you mean by legislative assembly? We said that, we studied that MLA is a member of legislative assembly, and we already studied that in each state there is a legislative assembly. What do you mean by legislative assembly? Legislative assembly is a place. Okay, it is a place all MLAs meet, discuss, debate about various issues. All the MLAs means both ruling party as well as the opposition party MLAs. They sit together, and they discuss about various issues, various things, and they debate in the legislative assembly and makes laws. They also makes laws in the legislative assembly. Okay, children. Now, legislature. What do you mean by legislature? Legislature means all MLAs, all the MLAs in the legislative assembly is called the legislature. Okay, children, when I say all the MLAs, some MLAs are ministers also, right? So, some MLAs have two responsibilities. The first responsibility as an MLA of the constituency, then the second is as a minister, right. So, MLA has dual responsibility. MLA has dual, some MLA, okay, some MLAs has dual responsibility. Okay, children. So, what are the two responsibilities of an MLA? They have dual responsibility. legislative assembly. Then some MLAs has dual responsibilities. Okay. The first responsibility as an MLA to a constituency, then the second is as a minister. Then organs of the government. Which are the organs of the government? We have already studied the legislature, the organs of the state government. Legislature, then executive, then judiciary. We have studied about these organs. Okay, legislature means all the MLAs in the legislative assembly. Each state government has these three organs, okay, three bodies. Legislature consists of all the MLAs in the legislative assembly, and the legislature makes laws. Whatever actions, whatever decisions that the executive body, the ministers, the council of ministers takes, that should be debated in the legislative assembly, and these decisions and actions has to get the approval of the legislature. Okay, and the decisions should be approved by the legislature. Legislature means all the MLAs of legislative assembly. Now executive, this part, executive part, we have studied what is executive. The chief minister and the council of ministers, they are called the executive, and this part of the government, they implement all the actions and the decisions taken in the legislative assembly. Okay, so the executive part, executive body implement the laws and all the other actions which are taken in the legislative assembly by the legislature. Then judiciary. Judiciary in the state, we know Supreme Court. In the central government, we know the judiciary, the highest judiciary is the Supreme Court. Likewise, in a state, the highest judiciary is the High Court, and there are other subordinate courts also to interpret law, and judiciary interprets the laws. Okay, children, and legislature, executive and judiciary, they together makes the state government. Okay, they together work for the state government. This is the organs of the government through which the state government function. Is that clear, children? So I hope you have understood the topics. Okay, we have learnt about, let us recap, we have learnt about who is an MLA, then we have studied about what is a constituency, right? Then we have also studied about MLA constituency, then we have studied about the majority party, then ruling party. Do you remember, children? Ruling party, opposition party. Then we have learnt about the legislative assembly, then legislature, executive, governor, coalition government, and we also study about the functioning of the government, right? Yes, which are the organs? The executive, legislature and the judiciary. Okay, children, you have to read chapter 3, page numbers 30, 31, 32 and 33. Okay, read these pages and underline the important points. Thank you, children.